Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? We are excited coming to you again here from FMC Church. I'm the assistant pastor here, Michael Allo. I am here with two incredible people, and we are coming to you about this car show that we've got going on. It is going to be an incredible day for Baldwin County. It is going to be an incredible day to be able to bring your kids out here and for everybody to just get to love on each other and experience some stuff that, guys, that they probably wouldn't get to experience really anywhere else.
That's right.
I am here with Muscle Mike himself from Mike's American Muscle. Introduce yourself, say hey to these folks, which most of the people going to be watching is going to be in your page anyway, so they know who you are. If you want to say something for a second, be great.
I hope so. It's like I was saying all weekend over at the Mopar Fest. Some of those guys from out of town, I'm like, well, if you don't know me, I'm Mike and Mike's American Muscle Cars, and all we do is advertise car events in the area from Louisiana to the Florida Panhandle and all points in between. And that is it. We just try and make sure that everybody in the car community knows what's going on around them. So that's one of the reasons why we're involved here, is to try and help you be informed on this event and how much fun it's going to be.
Absolutely. That's incredible. Awesome. I'm also here with a man who is just a blessing to our church here. For those of you that are joining in right now on Pastor Ann's Facebook, I want to let you know that Pastor is not here with us this evening. That would be because she is getting some much needed pampering, just taking the evening to be able to get some deserved rest and, doing the girl thing, so to speak, which is awesome. But she wanted us to be able to bring this on her Facebook, so that way all of our faithful followers on the Facebook could also know about this and get some of a little bit more of the details we were going to hash out this evening for those of you that are joining in there for us. So if y'all want to, now's the time where y'all can, just absolutely play with her and leave all the great comments that y'all want to say so she finds them later. But we're here with another man that is just a wonderful blessing to our ministry. His name is Aaron Murphy. He is a car connoisseur himself and knows a lot about this, and is one of the main people who has really been helping us pull this together to be able to bless the community and also bless this great ministry. Aaron, you want to talk to people for a minute?
Well, I think you hit the nail right on the head when you said community.
Yeah,
that's exactly what this is all about. The community is bringing the people together, doing the old things that we used to do in the past, that where we had all the kids and the family and the carnival. But this is a carnival for car shows. So not only we're going to have an awesome car show, but we're going to have tons of food and vendors and people coming here to enjoy even a movie night.
Yeah.
So, we have a lot of people that are vested in this to be able to help out, to be a part of this. And I definitely want to thank Mike with Mike American Muscles. Thank you so much for being a part of this. And we look so forward to having everybody here. But, tonight, I think we already had another video that we did before. But tonight, we want to go a little bit more in depth, try to get some questions and get some answers out there, pass around and show the people all the flyers that are going to be out here, the QR codes that we have working now that we didn't have working last week, the last time. But, we just definitely want to talk to you in an outreach as a community, letting you know what we're doing with the families, for the kids, and even the grown kids, and all the adults bringing out their hot rods and their muscle cars, and even exotic cars, anything that you want to bring to a car show, we are ready to have you here.
Listen, guys, super excited to tear into this tonight. Those of you that are watching this now, this is not a pre-recorded video. We are coming to you live right now from Ground Zero. The chat is activated, so we want the questions to come in. That is anything from, just that you guys are watching. Those of you that are joining in now from Mike's page over there on Mike's American Muscle, let us know who you are. Give us a shout out. Let us know where you're from. Also, any from that all the way to logistical questions like, things about registration. How is this going to work? What can we expect? Early registration rules, regulations, things of that matter. These guys are putting a lot of time and effort into helping us put together not only a car show that is, once again, it's going to be a family thing, but it is also going to be something for serious car guys as well. That's something that
Right.
we had talked about, with you guys being involved in this, is that while, yes, we want it to be a family thing, we also want it to really kind of hold up to the standard of serious people that, have these amazing machines, and make it a destination where they would actually want to bring, their cars and things like that, because, we're not going to hold subpar, regulations, for that matter. The rules and regulations are going to uphold, something that you would be proud to bring things to, I guess, for lack of better terms. Aaron, I'm gonna let y'all talk about that a little bit, and I'm gonna really turn it over to these guys now and let them start talking about some things that we had pre-planned to talk about. And as your comments come up on the screen, I want to show you right here. Shout out to Mr. Michael James for a minute. Said they're very excited. Our motorcycles welcomed. Aaron, I'll let you take that question.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for the first question of the night. So absolutely, if you have a hot rod or a motorcycle or any other type of form of, anything that has wheels, we want to see you here. We will actually have all different types of classes that we will be presenting awards for, which I'm super excited about that. Speaking of awards, we are having custom awards made that will even say drive-in movie theater. I haven't even said that yet.
That is cool.
The first time. But these awards are actually going to be first time presented, very, very custom made. But yes, Mike, we want to have you here. Bring your group of motorcycles, bring your families. If you all have a bunch of motorcycles together, listen, it's about having fellowship in the community, coming out here, having a great time. We want to see you get all the wheels shined up and bring them on out here. So yes, please bring them.
Well, since you happen to mention families and groups, let me go ahead and throw this out there just in case somebody's thought it but haven't typed it on yet. As far as clubs and car clubs, motorcycle clubs, can they reserve a special section at the show for their group?
Oh, yes, absolutely. And in fact, we want to be able to accommodate larger groups, because we do know that we have some clubs that are going to be coming here. We already know that there's a Jeep club from Pensacola that's supposed to be coming. And from what they told us, they're having a huge convoy and even bringing an articulation ramp to where they can actually take these Jeeps and put them up on a big ramp.
There. Yeah, that's going to be great.
Show off, strut their stuff, which is awesome. So absolutely, I think a club award is definitely in effect for something like that. If not, we will find something to give you. I promise you. So,
but in essentially saying, if there's a club that's coming as their group, that we can make sure we have a spot that they can all park together.
Yeah. I mean, I think that is really important. If you are a club, please go to the QR codes that we will be presenting here in a little while. Get onto the QR code and actually scan in there that you are a club. If you want to go ahead and pay for all the memberships, that come in, it's a very low fee, for everybody to come in. It's $20 to come in for the car show and also for the movie. There's no admissions, for like the foods and everything like that. We're going to have great food here. But if you are a club, for sure, please let us know. We will section off and quarantine off an area for you, and to make sure that we can accommodate larger groups.
So I'm sure they'll love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So listen, throughout the broadcast this evening, I'm going to step in and mention we are live. We're looking for your comments and your questions right now. Now's the time. If you have questions, you have a direct access to these guys, their knowledge. Go ahead and reach out to us. For that also as well, like I said, let me know where you're watching from, guys. We want to love on you. This is an incredible thing, and we'd love to be able to get you a shout out here. I'll bring Mr. James back up on the screen one more time just to say that's awesome. He's excited, to come out here, and he's also asking if motorcycles were welcome, which they are most definitely. Aaron, I'm gonna give you an opportunity now if you want to just go ahead and start telling the people, some of the things that they can expect, with some of the stuff that you have on your notes here, and I'm gonna let you and Mr. Mike kind of, just start hashing that out.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the big things, when we do have a large event, people get hungry. So, one of the things that we have been searching for is really good food vendors, but not so many to the point to where, we're just overwhelmed with food vendors, but exclusive food vending. So we're going to have hamburger stand, we're going to have a custom hot dog gourmet hot dogs from Red's Hot Dogs. Reds, if you're watching, I hope you are. Man, we're super excited to have you here. Everybody knows Red's down in Robertsdale. The guy serves up some amazing food.
I've personally actually eaten at Red's. They're awesome.
Yes, I mean, great food. I think we have sweet treats that are coming as well. We also have a vendor that's bringing snow cones and popcorn. I mean, what goes better with a movie night? Popcorn.
Yeah,
I mean, come on. So, we specifically picked out, really good vendors to go with what we're doing. Something affordable, great food. And down the grapevine, what I've also heard is that we're going to have a wood-fired, custom-made pizza trailer that is going to be coming too.
Wow, let's go.
I mean,
that is incredible.
It's going to be really good. So we're looking for the good food, good quality food, great family time and events, and great variety. But I will definitely say this: if you are a vendor, not necessarily food, but something that you want to come and be a part of, to be, to sell, because I think we have one lady who is, her name is Mariana. She's going to be presenting some artwork and everything like that. And I think we even have someone who's even going to be doing some candles and some custom things. So if you are a specialty vendor, please let us know. You can also email us. We'll be putting that up here as well on the email. But if you got notes, it's liveoutside2021@gmail.com. You must enter into that because we want to make sure that we can accommodate you and not overrun the same vendor on someone else. We want to give you exclusive, sites, on this area. Mike, you want to share a little bit about what this on the kids events? I mean, some of the stuff that you want to do for the kids.
Well, we've got James Pink's going to be bringing out some bouncy houses and games and stuff for the kids.
Come on.
We also do some different activities for the kids to kind of get them involved in the car show itself. We've got a sample here of one of these scavenger events that we'll send kids out to look for different types of items on a vehicle. But not only just to, find the red vehicle, but we'll also ask them, maybe they have to ask the owner if he's by the vehicle, something certain about his vehicle. That's awesome. They get as much as they can get filled out and come back and give us the form back. We'll give them a little trinket, maybe a Hot Wheels or a squishy emoji thing or something like that.
What a great idea.
Just all kinds of different activities we're going to try and have for the kids to do, because of being a family event, we don't leave the kids out.
That's right.
You know me. Anytime I'm going somewhere, I'm taking a big old box of Hot Wheels. So whether one thing or another, I'm giving something away.
That's right.
That's cool.
Yeah. And if you haven't seen it, which I'm sure some of you have, but man, his new T-shirts that he has are amazing. I mean, they got some really cool T-shirts that they have as part of the vendors. And one of the things that I absolutely do love and I really admire about Mike is that the fact that he does give out Hot Wheels to the kids that come up to the event. And this scavenger hunt, what an awesome time for not only car enthusiasts to be able to share a little bit of history with them, but also be able to talk to the kids to get them involved in this. Because listen, these antiques are not being made anymore. We got to preserve these. So the only way that we can preserve these cars is get these kids involved into something that is a fun thing to do besides a video game or something like that. Get them involved in something that's fun that they can enjoy years to come.
That actually brings up something else that we discussed before. We tend to do different types of awards on things like patina and unfinished or unrestored vehicles and stuff like that. But there's nothing more interesting to have somebody come out with a vehicle that is still under construction and share it, and people come up and they'll be interested, and they'll probably ask you more questions than they'll ask anybody else that's got any other car out here about your build, what's going on, how you did this, how you did that. So we try and encourage everybody, even if your build is still under construction, please bring it out. Show it off. Speaking of that, are we going to have any type of maybe an award for an unfinished or unrestored project?
Yes. In fact, Brother Wynn that was here on the show last time, that was actually one of his comments that he wanted to say. Man, if it's covered in dust, smokes a little bit, As long as it can drive and it can roll down the road, we want it here. You know, we want to see that car.
110%. Listen, on that note, bringing up, Win Jr. So for all of you guys that are watching this, especially now that we're on the Mike's page this evening, on Mike's American Muscle page, one of the things that when Uncle Win was talking about helping get this together, that was on his heart, that he was really looking forward to doing, that I think is going to be really different about the way that we do this here, is that we are going to have it set up the same way that you see now, to where there will be live interviews and broadcasting going on, where we're going to be talking to car owners about their cars, about their builds if they're still in the middle of building it, and really get to kind of know you guys and give you an opportunity to reach out to the masses and, explain what that car means to you.
Yeah, what a great idea.
Some of you that have ever seen Barrett Jackson, out there in Arizona, that is a great model to say, hey, we're going to try to bring that here to the Gulf Coast, in that sense. And those of you that don't know this, Uncle Win's got 30 years of TV broadcast experience as far as that goes. So we're just going to be able to knock that out of the park, and be able to deliver that. And, once again, the show itself is a great showcase, but we wanted to really be able to, give you that individual platform as well. And, when these guys heard that, I think they really enjoyed that as well.
Yeah. What an awesome time. So to talk a little bit more about the event as well. So you can, come straight to the show. You do not have to pre-register if you don't want to, but you will have a registration form that you'll have to fill out. If you're coming to the car show and your car wants to be judged, we'll have a judging opportunity for you. And also, you'll also be given an armband.
Yeah.
Now, listen, we know this show is going to be really lengthy. The show starts at 10 o'clock and it ends around 10 o'clock because we're doing a custom car show, award event, live music, kid events, and then at the end of the night, we're going to drive-in movie theater. And yes, if you've been asking this question, we are going to be able to drive up to the screen, sit in your car, and watch the movie. So we're super excited about that. But listen, you don't have to have a special car. Bring any car. It doesn't matter. We're here to have community. We're here to watch a fun movie with the kids and have a great time. But we are going to section off an area for lawn chairs, a blanket, and things like that. It's going to be a great summer night. Shouldn't be too hot. Everybody can just have fun and relax, enjoy the food and the atmosphere, and have a great time. But one of the things about the armband, the reason why I was mentioning that, it is going to be a lengthy show. So as long as you have the armband that you're presented with at the FMC car show and movie night, you can leave and you can come back later. You've already paid for everything. So that is a great opportunity for you to get freshened up, go get the family station wagon, turn it around, sit in the back seat, or bring the pickup truck, It sounds like a great time to me.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So they can come and go as they please all day long?
Yeah.
As long as they have the wristband.
That's right. And we will do it with respect, though, too. We don't want people going in and out, during the car show. When we start the car show, I think it would be very fair that we need to blockade those areas off because this is an award show.
Yes.
So we want to be able to judge your car, and we will have awards roughly, from what I understand, around 4 o'clock. And then we'll give everybody the opportunity to get freshened up, get back over here a little bit later on if you want to, or just stay in fellowship. So we have a question again from Mike.
I put this up on the screen just a minute ago. He was just making a comment. He was saying it'd be a great opportunity to sell a vehicle.
Yeah, a lot of people that bring vehicles to car shows, and they will put a little for sale notification on it. So it happens at a lot of events, and we're not going to discourage that.
No.
So if you want to throw the for sale sign up there, have at it.
Absolutely.
Okay, now as far as time, so what time let's let the guys know, what time are we going to open the gates for the show cars to come in and start prepping?
So the show will start at 10 o'clock. We all know everybody likes to get the worm. The bird gets the worm. So I would imagine that we're going to be up here probably around 7 o'clock or so, opening up the gates, getting everybody an opportunity to get in, get everything staged up, freshened up, ready to go, especially if you're driving it. I'm one of them. You know, when I drive my car, I like to clean it off, get everything wiped down, and go from there. So if you want to get up here as early as 7 o'clock, you're more than welcome to. We will be here. Be ready to go. I encourage the food vendors or any kind of vendors to be here at least a couple hours or at least an hour at the very latest, because we don't want to run into a traffic jam. So if you can get up here, at least an hour early before the show starts, that would be really good to give you some time to get set up, especially the food guys. I'm sure they're going to have to get everything warmed up and prepped and cooked. So.
And on that note, for some of our people that you said reached out to you, Mr. Mike, from out of town, if they're coming from a long ways off, I do not see it being a problem for us to allow them to come in the night before, as long as they're paid and everything's accounted for.
Yeah.
And their spot is already assigned. Now, that is a first come, first served basis. And that is something that if that is something you are looking to do to come in the night before, please make sure that you have talked with us at least a week in advance. It's going to be hard to try to orchestrate something like that a day and a half to maybe, 2 days out from, go time.
That's right. Yeah, because power will be limited. So if you're needing power for a rig or something like that, that is going to be very limited. I don't think we're going to be equipped or set up on that. So I would encourage to make sure you have a generator for some power or something like that if you are planning on staying the night.
Right.
That having been said, and I haven't seen it come up yet, but we will have some place for people to bring and park their trailers if they're trailering their car in.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
Yes.
And just to touch, if they're from out of town, which whenever we were doing the Foley show, we did have some folks that were coming from like Louisiana and Tennessee.
Right.
So you had a few coming from quite a ways away. And do you have the facility to let some of the people that have RVs park? Or are we going to make recommendations on local RV parks?
There again, I think that goes down to, like Aaron said, we do, do we have the space? Yes. Do we have the power facilities? No. I also think that, we've looked at mapping it out with where we're at and with the and you guys know this, the sheer volume, the size of this show, God has blessed us. We are probably going to need just about every square inch that we had. Not going to be alone. We are very blessed here at FMC. We have pretty much a fairgrounds. Those of you that know about the place, we have 20 acres here, and only maybe 4.5 of those acres are taken up by the actual church facilities. The rest of it is cleared off like it would be you walking in your front yard. So with that being said, we do have a very massive facility here, and all glory to God for that. But with the Jeep guys coming, the different clubs we have, I think that Aaron said that, based upon the response that he and Mr. Mike have gotten, we're expecting anywhere from 250 to possibly 500, or more like 400 to 500.
Yeah,
as far as vehicles.
It's very possible. I mean, if you're worried about space or getting a judge or being able to make sure that you can come here to a show, expecting if it's going to be a big show or not, yes, this is going to be a good size show. We can actually accommodate up to about 500 cars, for on site for the show. Now, I will say this: it is a first come, first serve. So if you got a nice car, a low rider car or something like that, highly recommend that you get here a little early, because we have about 275, maybe 300 I can squeeze in that will be on, prime real estate on paved blacktop, absolutely perfect, clean, nice to go. Our big Jeep clubs and everything like that, I have a big section already quarantined off, for large groups. I've already kind of thought about that because we've already got pre-commitments on that. So we'll be able to accommodate, larger groups, with something like that. Should not be a problem at all. So don't be worried about a parking spot. Just get here, and we will definitely accommodate you every which way that we can.
Right. So just quickly to recap, let's say if you're coming as a group or as a club, we want you to contact us in advance and let us know you're coming so we can make arrangements to have an area set off for you. If you're bringing an RV and want to ask us about being able to set up on site, please get in contact with us. Also, make sure that our vendors that are coming, they probably need to get here earlier. Either if they're not setting up the night before, they need to be setting up early that morning, because once you got car guys coming in, we're going to get congested real fast. So vendors, make sure you touch base with the facility get in touch with these guys as far as what time you need to be here and how you're setting up.
To touch on that too, I will say this: if we get it, the reason why we're asking people to get in touch early is just like anything within the corporate world. We do things responsibly, and we're good stewards of what the Lord's given us here. So if anybody would be staying overnight, there is going to be a small liability form that they'd be asked to sign as far as that goes. So just putting that one in there too.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Speaking of liability forms too, we're going to go ahead and bring this up too. Any YouTubers, anybody that are coming with channels that you guys are doing, if you're going to bring drones, there's also going to be a liability form that is required for that. That will be vetted. No one is going to be flying drones. For those of you guys that are bringing some of these cars, I believe Aaron's got a friend. We're bringing a car, it's upwards of probably over $1 million, $1.3 million car. We're not flying drones, or we're not going to allow people to fly drones that are not, adequate to be able to do so. So there will be a screening for those people, and they will have to prove that they're able to pilot and operate that. And then at the end of the day, they will be asked to sign waivers to releasing liability and placing them in full responsibility for anything that may or may not happen. So we are, once again, being good stewards in that area to make sure that we are, just really respecting, each other in those areas, as far as liability, who's doing what and who's responsible for, this beautiful event that we're having.
Yeah, that's a great point, because we want to respect your cars. I know how we are. We got some custom show vehicles. I know, I wouldn't want something that possibly could fall down on my paint job, because we got we all know people
Look at this man's
we
face.
all know we have the people that have that really custom paint job.
Some of y'all that are bringing these cars has got paint job costs more than the whole car does, and that says a lot. Saying that some of y'all, you got guy spends $100,000 on the car itself, and he comes in there, it's like, well, how much your car is? Well, about $475,000 when I got into it. Yeah, about 360 of that's the paint job. What? So no, those are exaggerated numbers, but still.
No,
so
that's not too far fetched, believe it or not. It can get very expensive, but at the end of the day, we just want to respect your ride. We don't want to be all nonchalant, just do whatever you want to do out here. I would encourage, a gimbal camera.
Yeah.
I would encourage more of that more than anything. I do know a few of you out there that do fly the drones and everything like that. I've known you for a long time. I know you do a great job. So, I think the limited amount of drone flying would be definitely necessary. If we got a lot of property out here, like Mike was saying, we have 20 acres to be able to cover this show, which is so awesome. And thank you so much to FMC Church.
FMC Church and Pastor Ann, you are incredible.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I mean, because this means a lot, because I know that she respects the fact that your community and wanting to outreach, to people. My wife and I, Amy, we love doing stuff like this. We love car shows. We love meeting people. We meet some of the best people at car shows.
Yeah.
I mean, you meet some of the most humblest people. And so we want to have a great time. So I know we have a Stephanie Pritchett up here. She said, we are excited about the Christian family event. Yes, this is at a church. So, it is definitely more Christian oriented. But listen, we're going to have a lot of fun. We're not just going to be playing Christian worship music or anything like that. My brother Mike right here, he's going to be DJing for us. For all that man, if you haven't seen his setup, it's awesome.
Can't wait for you guys to see this as y'all roll by the road. Y'all are going to be sitting there thinking to yourself, what in the world has happened?
What concert is this going on out there?
Yeah, I know, right?
Who's showing up?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just music, Mike.
Yeah. So speaking of the music, man, tell us a little bit about what you got. I mean, let the people know what we have going on out here.
Well, as with any show, a week or two out, I'll sit down and I'll start making some selections on music. I got a feeling I'm probably going to stick a little bit closer to some of the oldies on this one. I do a lot of modern stuff at a lot of the other shows, but every once in a while I like to get back, kick back a little ways. And this seems like a good event to play some oldies, maybe some blues.
We
get into blues and stuff. We've even done a little dance competition at the Mopar Fest. We might do something like that here.
So
you never know what
poodle skirts are needed, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you got,
all right,
we could do a contest here.
I think poodle skirts. There we go. We can do the 50s,
wear your
rock
50s
and roll.
outfit.
Yeah, I mean, what a great opportunity. See, we can just make a show up as we go.
Listen, guys,
This is awesome.
This is going to be incredible. Like I said, any questions that you have too, if we didn't get a chance to get them on air, there is an email address that has been linked with all of this on the flyers that you guys have seen. Aaron just said it a minute ago. I'm going to give him an opportunity. Just go ahead and say it one more time for me.
Yeah, so it's liveoutside2021@gmail.
That is your hub to be able to get very in-depth, detailed information. You will be responded to promptly within a day or so of you sending it, probably maybe sooner than that, depending on the man's availability. This is who you're going to be talking to. I encourage everybody, if you're like us, let's go back to the groups. If you know that there's going to be a lot of logistics that you want covered, make sure you're reaching out so that way because we want to accommodate you and make you feel like what you are. And that is very, very important to us. So make sure that you're reaching out there. As far as that goes, talking about the QR code, I'm going to bring it up on the screen for everybody right now. We tested this before we got started. If you will take a picture of this with a phone, this will bring you directly to the website that has been set up for the car show. You can pre-register there, right?
That's right.
You can, we'll tell you what, why not, being that you were involved in setting it up, explain that a little bit about the people, where this QR code is going to bring them.
So this QR code does many things. So obviously it pays for the movie and the car show and the award, or just a movie or just a car show, whatever fits your need. But also I want to remind everybody that this is also a donation show. This is for an outreach, helping, our community. It's helping this church to help facilitate this again, because listen, it takes money to do stuff.
Absolutely.
And, for us to accommodate, for us to get these awards for these shows, for all of us to have these vendors out here, it all takes money. And listen, you don't even have to have a hot rod or a custom car or anything like that. Listen, if you want to be a donation giver, just to help out for this, come out and watch the movie. I mean, listen, we'll take $500 today. That's fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
No problem.
And listen, once again, too, I bring that back up, being that it brings it up as far as the donations goes. I'm going to pull this down now. For those of you that had a chance, just rewind the video, pause it, grab another cell phone, take a picture of it, and you will be able to go straight to the church, the car show, excuse me, not the church, but the car show's webpage there. I'm sorry. Just got notifications popping up on the screen. We got about 8 minutes and we're going to get out of here. Okay, guys. But I will say this, we're good stewards of everything that comes into FMC here. There are projects that the church needs to have done. There are, once again, our heart on this, Mr. Mike's, Aaron's, okay. Mr. Mike's got something he's going to bring up here in just a second that he wants to let you guys know of, that the Lord opened the door for them to be able to do, not just this annually as far as this car show, because this car show is going to be an annual thing. Yeah. We want to redo that. It takes those funds to be able to keep the grounds kept the way they are, to be able, we got a tractor here that has to have maintenance. But as far as the house itself, we've been getting our roof looked at, because we've looked at it and we've got it repaired, and then it wants to leak again. And then we're getting new chairs here in the sanctuary. We support missions. In different parts of the world. I believe we have some that are down. I know it's towards South America. Pastor knows exactly where that's at. There's a family that we have that we support down there. And there's several people in Africa that we support, missions over that way. I believe that we have actually even supported Aaron and his wife on some of the outreach they do when they went up to help the people up in North Carolina after that tragedy that they faced.
Great blessing.
So I just wanted to say that again, from someone that's from the outside looking in, so to speak, as just an assistant pastor. Ann Rowan is probably the most incredible steward of provision that I've ever seen in my entire life. So if it is on your heart to bless the ministry, to be able to help us continue to do, like I said, not only car shows, but, really just advance the kingdom, just sow into it, because that's one thing here that we do have an opportunity. Even some of you that might not go to church, I'm telling you right now, God is no respecter of persons, and there is a law of sowing and reaping. That's right. If you put seed in the ground and you put it towards the Lord's kingdom, you're in covenant with God at that point, and it has to bring back a harvest. Mr. Mike, I want to talk to you for a minute. Shoot it back over to you just for a second so you can give the shout out on the event that you'd like to bring up, and then we're going to ease out of here just because of some technological battery issues we got going on.
All right, real quick. Since we had started planning this, I had brought back up to some of my friends about trying to do a drive-in movie night because we have equipment as well that's more than adequate to do this retro. So there again, another movie night. This is going to be June the 28th. This is what we're planning for. We're going to do the original 1977 Star Wars.
Let's go.
Yes. I love
And
it.
we're going to do this admission free. This is going to be for Camp Seal Harris. Camp Seal Harris, if y'all know me, and my mission to try and help them is an Alabama-based education services for type 1 diabetic children.
Yes.
We found out about them whenever we found out about our grandson being diabetic about 6 years ago. And ever since then, we have been trying to help them to further their mission and providing kids with a real camp experience at different locations all over the state of Alabama and Northwest Florida, while teaching them not only how to survive with their disease, but how to live well in spite of it. If you get a chance, please go and check them out. campsealharris.org. That's campsealharris.org, and check out their website. But what we're going to do is we will take donations outright for them as you come in, and then we're going to donate all of the concession sales, 100% concession sales, back to Camp Seal Harris.
Wow. That's
So
awesome.
that means all the popcorn, all the candy, all the sodas, and everything that's sold will have been donated. And then 100% of those proceeds are going to turn around. We're going to write out a big fat check to Camp Seal Harris to help get some more kids into their camps system. But anyway, go check it out, campsealharris.org. Very good, very important ministry as far as that goes.
Yeah.
For all of the kids. And unless you have been there, unless you have somebody in your family, you don't realize really how widespread diabetes is. So that's what this one's going to be all about. Once again,
That's great.
June 28th, right here.
At FMC. And listen, Pastor Ann, myself, and FMC Church is there again, honored to be a part of that. That is us sowing. Once again, we talked about supporting missions. We talked about supporting, other ministries. That is us doing that as well. That is a ministry that helps those kids, and anything that we could do to help. Mr. Mike reached out to Pastor Ann and she was like, are you kidding me? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. So it's not, once again, all of this stuff we're doing, it's not just to benefit FMC. It is to do what we can to expand the kingdom.
Right.
So that's separate than the FMC Car Show. So you guys make sure you show up for that. And there again, I just say, Mr. Mike, it is, an honor for us to be able to, thank you for honoring, allowing us to honor you and help you is what I'm trying to say in that effort.
Thank you.
But that's about it tonight, guys. I want you to share this. All of you on Mike's American
Yes,
Muscle.
please.
We love you. It's so great to meet you. As far as his audience goes, we are so blessed to have this amazing man involved with this, with us with this. And each and every one of you are a, strategic piece to the puzzle to make this happen. So share this to your friends, make it the talk of the town. Listen,